is who we are. You know it. It's your time to blow it. Yeah. Stay devoted. And this is how we show it. I can do all things. Some way, somehow. I can do all things. Yeah, we gon' work it out. I can do all things. Please, put your hands up right now. I can do all things. Hey, it's time to show out. I can do all things. With my mouth I call things. Having answers on all rings. Crown full of thorns, still called king. I can't walk it through the pouring rain. Chasing purpose, I call fame. When you pass test in the door flame. Promotion now with the
Guys, look around. Where are we at? That's right. We're in a garden. This might just be a garden to you, but this beautiful garden right here, it saved my marriage. That's right. A couple years ago, I had financial pressure, relationship strife. I had intimacy issues that was killing my relationship daily. Me and my wife would come to this very garden right here. Daily, we would take the time and meditate and seek out everything that we needed. We learned the lessons of the garden that helped us grow into the couple that we are today. We owe a lot to this garden.
So are you ready? Are you ready to have the relationship that you are meant to be healthy, happy, and have fun this summer? Then join us. We've created a 6-week course to help you become unstuck, restore intimacy, and get back on track to become the destiny partners you were always meant to be.
Also, we're going to teach you how to communicate without using bad words. We're going to help you get rid of those senseless arguments that are destroying your relationship and toxic day after day.
Trust us. You want to give yourself the gift of a peaceful home this summer.
What are you waiting for? Register your marriage today, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, welcome.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Coach J, and my beautiful wife,
Dr. PJ, and welcome to episode 4 of All Things Well.
Well, coming to the stage, we have an amazing couple.
We do have an amazing couple, but before then, we want you to know what All Things Well is all about. All Things Well is a podcast that's all about relationships. We want to invite you in to the love stories of all of our friends, all of our associates, people in the marriage and relationship industry. We want you to get to know their stories, how they got together, and what God is doing in their lives. And all of this is based on our scripture in the Bible, John 3:1-2, that we believe that it should go well with us, not only for our bodies, but for our souls and our spirits and our relationships.
So it's Thursday night, and without further ado, we're bringing to the stage this amazing couple. Come on.
The Coleman.
The Coleman.
Hey.
What you doing?
It's so good to have you all here. Now listen, you all, we just met the Colemans. Okay, we just met them. You all know that we went to speak at the Lead with Love retreat that happened this past weekend. It was phenomenal. And I just so happened to hit it off with this beautiful woman right here. And we were talking about life and church and God and marriage ministry. And I just felt like they had a story that you all needed to hear. And so they are ministers in their own right. They lead in their marriage ministry, and they have traveled the world learning about marriage ministry and how to make their marriage ministry more successful. And so we wanted them to be on. We wanted to know more about them. We wanted you all to hear from them. So that is why we are introducing you now to John and Tracy Coleman.
We're going to chance to chop it up, my brother, in our men's breakout session. But also, let's talk about how we really met too. Eating Nashville. Nashville chicken. Shout out to Princess Hot Chicken.
I don't know if you were eating the chicken or the chicken was eating you because you were suffering.
Yeah,
Brother. You were
Suffering and success.
That's
Because
right.
the chicken was good. But yes, it was a pleasure to break it down with you guys, to chop it up. You traveled all around the world, and now you have traveled to the All Things Well stage.
We're grateful.
And we are grateful. We are truly honored. So without further ado, we are going to
ask the 4 questions. So you guys know that on All Things Well, we have 4 questions. We ask each couple. Daryl has the first question this week.
All right. So just so you know, ATW, you see it.
All Things Well.
Who are the Colemans?
That's a good question. You want to take this one, honey?
We're the Colemans because I started out as being the Coleman.
Okay.
We are the Colemans. Far as what people know, I think we're the Colemans because of what we decided. Because when we decided to be married, she took on my name, and also she cherishes what we have together.
And I think the Colemans are in love with one another. The Colemans are passionate about marriage. The Colemans love God.
Yes.
Love God. And the Colemans know that with work and intentionality, that marriages can thrive. That you don't give up. This is not if it doesn't work. This is we are in it to win it.
True.
So that's powerful because you don't hear many couples, even though they are in love, say the Colemans are in love.
Mhm.
They're like the couple is in love, like we're in love. The wife said we are in love, and you said she treasures having your last name, especially in today's society where people have hyphens or
Right.
take it, right? So I think that's amazing. The fact that y'all are confidently. Sometimes some people are dangerously in love.
Yeah.
Some people are crazy in love, but y'all are confidently in love.
That's right.
Confidently in love.
That's right. I like
Confidently
how you
in love.
put that together.
You like that?
I did.
You like that?
Good.
So I have question number 2.
Okay.
And it's based off of me knowing a little bit about you all being the advocates for the marriage ministry in your church. And feel free to talk about that right now. But the question is, what is marriage ministry to you? What is the true definition of a marriage ministry?
I think the first thing is marriage ministry is putting God first. In all things that we do and everything that we strive to accomplish in marriage ministry, it has to be God centered first and foremost. And I think for us, our passion is again, because we have been there, done that, and because we understand that marriage is a covenant with God and with each other. And so that's the important part. And what that looks like is we constantly try to bring married people together with fun. We are not so stuck on, because a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to this marriage thing and they're going to try to fix our marriage. And if you hear me ask anybody about coming to an event for our marriage builders, is we always say, we're not here to fix your marriage. We're here to show you that being married does not constitute you being boring. It does not constitute you not being able to love on one another outside of the kids, outside of the family, outside of the house, or whatever. It's about being intentional about coming together, having a good time, and also fellowshipping with fellow married couples, because what you will find is those things that you think nobody else is going through, everybody is going through.
Right.
Good. That is so good. I love that. I love
Mr. Coleman, what's marriage ministry to you?
Marriage ministries to me is a commitment, committing to one another, not just saying I do, not just saying I just want to get into a relationship with this this spouse of mine for a period of time, but it's a lifelong ministry. It's, my first ministry period, or just being in the ministry, is being first at home, and it starts with my home and with my wife. And for me, marriage ministry is vital. It's it's a life thing. It's heartfelt. Um, I seek to know her heart all the time, because it can constantly change. It could be up, it could be down, but regardless of how she's dealing with whatever's going on in her heart, I'm there for her. I'm gonna be there for her long life thing. It's no if ands buts about it.
It's just, you can hear the commitment
Yeah.
in both of you all's voice and in your responses. And that is so welcoming. It is comforting. In marriage and society today, we talk to couples all the time. And that is like a treasure. I want to say it's like ancient, like it's like an ancient treasure that, God has allowed you all to keep. It is a very beautiful thing, what I can hear from you all.
And your words protect each other.
Yes.
Like y'all seem like, I know y'all love God, but y'all got Bibles and bullets. Y'all not playing with each other. You sound like y'all not, we're not playing no game. There you go. There you go. Let's get to it for real. Ain't no game.
That's right.
Nobody's playing.
This is real. This is
You're
real.
not gonna do nothing to my husband. You're not gonna do nothing to my wife. This at all.
Keep that on. Keep that over there. Keep that over there. I get it. Get it.
So when you, go ahead. Go ahead, Tracy.
No,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
ride or die.
Ride or die. Period.
That's it.
Period.
Period.
See, that's that old school. Because now people say they're not riding or dying. But listen, we're talking to a tried and true couple. She said, "Ride or die."
Grown folks.
So I want to extend question two a little bit, and I want to ask you about marriage ministry. So when you're going into these different churches and these different arenas, and you're embarking on new marriage ministries that are not your own from your home church, what is it that makes a marriage ministry thrive to you? In your opinion, what's making a great marriage ministry? What does that look like?
Again, we start with God. When it's God centered, um, and when there's intentionality and communication. Communication is so big, and you think communication, oh, we talk all the time. But what we have learned through the marriage ministries that we have, or the marriage conferences or retreats or whatever, is that again, it has to be intentional. There's an intentionality there to not only communicate with your spouse, but to communicate with them in the way that they're able to receive and they're able to accept.
True. And communication is key for us men as well. Men know
Yeah.
a lot of times they kind of are very reserved, so they don't speak to their spouses all the time, or they don't realize that the spouses need them to speak to them or communicate with them in so many areas of communication. Just how we use our body language, how we use our physical touch, or just doing things for them on a regular basis. They really appreciate that. And that's a part of the communication as well.
The other thing is practical application. What can I take home? What can I, use 3 weeks from now when, he's come home or something's happened and we're not vibing that in that particular moment. What can I reach back and say, yeah, I remember, like the touch, if you're going to correct, it's like, hey, it's the touch, or it's the words, or it's how you say it, or it's the timing, when is it? Don't wait until he's been on the clock 10 hours and confront him about something that is crazy, or whatever. That's not the time to do it. So all those things that we take away, those little bit of nuggets, and each and every one of them have given us something that we have used, whether it's intentionality, whether it's better communication, whether it's, the tone, whether it's intentional about date nights, whether it's, we don't have kids, but whether it's, you know, being an example for those, or maybe even babysitting for someone who needs a date night. It's all those things
Yeah.
we're able to take away a little bit of nugget from each and every one of them that, like I said, that we can apply it practically, and that we can also show that example as well, because we are an example for Christ. So
Yes.
So my takeaway is I got communication and timing.
mm-hmm.
Right,
Yes.
and I wanted to say this, Mr. Coleman, how important this just came to me. The Holy Spirit just downloaded this. If a man doesn't communicate, he in turn won't feel loved.
Mm-hmm.
True.
If a man doesn't communicate, he in turn won't feel loved. And that's why a lot of men don't feel appreciated. I'm not saying, because if a man doesn't communicate in life, period, a lot of times they don't feel appreciated. At our church, the one thing our pastor wants men to do is not always just need to be in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I lead the welcome team. I lead the greeters. So I'm the guy that you come in the front of our church, you're going to see us. And when I started the ministry, I only had like one man. Now we got like 10, 11, or 12.
Mm-hmm.
But they told me that the more they communicate, the more they feel appreciated.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So that communication, what you said, is very, very important. And you said timing. You're right. You got to know how to time when you want to confront your husband about something.
Mm-hmm.
Not at 11 o'clock at night, and he got to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that was very powerful what you guys broke down. Y'all preaching. I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, already.
So
Already. And sometimes the most powerful messages come in very, gentle packages. You guys,
Yeah.
your voices are very gentle and comforting, but you're saying very powerful things.
Yeah.
So I want to
I'm asking question 3.
well,
You still on 2?
I'm still on 2.
Okay.
Because I want your 3 to be an authentic 3. So my extension of question 2, and we learned from the Wilsons. The Wilsons, which is our previous interview, they taught us that we can extend our question. So I have an extension of question 2. Okay, so we had 2A, 2B, this is 2C. So we're still on the topic of marriage ministry. How did your marriage become a ministry? This is the love story season for All Things Well podcast. So this is all about your love story. So we want to hear how you all ended up in love and how your marriage became a ministry.
I would say that the first thing is we became friends.
Yes.
We were really, really good friends, and we were laughing before we came on here because I said, we first moved in together. And when I said that, we were in high school and we shared a locker. And so we shared a space, and so we became friends. And so that was the whole thing. We didn't lead with lust. We didn't lead with, we led with friendship. And so it was really nice to get to know him even on that level before we became, girlfriend and boyfriend, and ultimately husband and wife. So I think for us, it is the experience for one thing. And then it's also just being, I can't think of the word I want to say. Finish my sentence.
Now that's one thing a marriage person cannot do, and you have to allow them to use their own language. Let them say what they're thinking.
Yeah.
You may think that you know your spouse, but it's best to listen. And for me, I think I'm a great listener. So I will take the time and say, hey, what's going on? What do you have going on today? Is this a good time? Is this not a good time? How was your day first?
Yeah.
Make sure you know how her day was going. Were you stressed out today? What bugged you the most today? So maybe we need to pray about that. Maybe we need to fast on that situation. However need be, I want to make sure I'm making intentional things to set the enemy up for failure, especially in a marriage.
I think that's a good point. That one of the things that we did is both of us had a spiritual life. So even though we were in different spaces spiritually or different journeys spiritually or whatever, we both had that spiritual journey. And so as we came together, not only did we grow together in love, we grew together spiritually. And so I think that was one of the things that was key in our marriage becoming a ministry, is because not only were we intentional about our love, we were intentional about our walk with God. Yes. And John was a PK, and so he was there. I mean, he knew the words, he knew how the Bible was going backwards and forwards. Whereas I went to church, I did all the things, but I didn't have that personal relationship with God. And so the patience and the, like he was saying, the listening and allowing me to come along and have my own journey without, pressure or without judgment or without any of that, then that really helped us to grow again together spiritually, because you never stop growing in marriage. Everybody knows that marriage is a living, breathing, moving thing, is what we say in corporate right. America is. And so you never stop learning and you never stop growing.
That's true.
This is beautiful. I'm just, they have such a calm spirit. I just feel like
You're just dropping gems.
and we're just open and receiving it. Like, it's such an amazing
like
thing.
God coaching us.
I love this, and I know the viewers, and if you're watching and you're feeling the same thing, go ahead and drop it in the chat. It's Please. It's very comforting, it's very calming, it's very soothing, and I can tell that you all are anointed for this. You guys are anointed.
I'm in control. Don't drop a fire in the trap. Microphone.
Drop a microphone in the chat.
Microphone in the chat.
Because they are talking to you and to us. Okay? Daryl is going to hit you with question number 3.
Let's hit the ATW. So this is going to be 3A, 3B. Let me see where we at in time. Okay, we good. So 3A, as I want to say, they kind of already said.
Yeah.
So let's go here. Do you think not having kids helps your ministry thrive quicker or, clearer?
If I could be honest, I think that every couple goes through that journey of, that's the expectation. That's the expectation. And I think we talked a little bit about this when we were together in Nashville. But sometimes God's plans don't always work out the way that you want them to work out. And so for us, I think that there was a pivot there. There was a time that, yes, we're doing all the things. But then it was like, oh, okay, God, after that time passes, you're like, this is what you have for us. You have a different type of multiplication for us. You have a different type of assignment for us. And not that we didn't get the biological opportunity, but we got a chance to pour into so many other people in so many different ways, and to be available at times that maybe we wouldn't have been able to be available if we had kids. So I think it's all a God assignment, Not saying that he chose not to give us kids or whatever, but I'm just saying, in that it didn't happen, it didn't make us lesser than. It made us more equipped to do the things that because we were focused on him, we were able to walk in that obedience in a different way. Would you agree?
I agree. I think about so many times where if I did have the kids, I wouldn't be able to pour into another child without my child being maybe left out, or felt like I wasn't able to give them the time they needed. But I always make sure I got with her. So that was the other thing. Sometimes you can have ministry and it could be so driving, but I'm always saying, hey, what do you think about this? Let's pray over this before I even make that decision. Hearing from God, listen to God, get quiet, and make sure I'm focused on.
Yeah.
Even when I go minister to someone else, or somebody says, "Can we're just guys. I just need you to speak into my life or whatever." And my God, He may give me something, but at the same time, I pray with her prior to.
Yeah, it gave us the opportunity to not be distracted, and not that kids are a distraction. I'm not saying that, but it gave us an opportunity to really focus on each other and on him. And so I would say to anyone that doesn't have kids, that wanted them so bad. Been there, done that. We all wanted them so bad. And, you know, we saw our friends having children and everything like that. And it was like, man, you know, but at the end of the day, if you really walk with God, you know that He is still God. He still loves you in spite of anything that may not have happened the way that you wanted it to happen.
You took my last question. You took the second part of the
Oh,
third question. I was going,
But
right?
they can expound a little bit
Okay,
more.
expound. So the 3B is, what would you tell a young couple
mhm.
in ministry that loves God that is having trouble having kids? What is a little bit more advice you can give them?
I would still tell them to still focus on God.
Yes, for
Don't
Yeah.
sure.
don't lose that focus,
hmm
because I always remember children come from God. Not
Right.
saying
Yeah.
that because we didn't have children, we're still keeping our focus on God.
hmm
And I think they should still keep their focus, because the key of it is we're all connected because of Him. He had to bring us together. And if you make children your main focus,
hmm
you're taking your eyes off of the prize, which is the high calling, which is Christ Jesus. And if we do that,
hmm
because He said He's a jealous God, and we have no gods before Him. It doesn't matter if it's a child or if it's a thing that you're very into. You can't just put that before Him.
Yeah. And I would say too that you're not cursed. A lot of people think that when God does not show up the way that they want Him to, that they're cursed or that they've done something wrong. And I would just say, trust God, believe God in all things, and that, you know, His plan is better than our plan, because He has a plan for all of us to prosper and be in good health. And so you don't know why, you know, and we don't, sometimes we'll never find out why. But I think the key is to continue to trust and believe that God is for you, and that there's nothing you can do different or wrong or anything like that. You are still worthy. You are still God's child. If you have accepted Him as your Lord and Savior, you still belong to Him. He has just decided that He has a different assignment for you. Maybe it's to be a better uncle or a better aunt, or maybe it's to be a foster parent, or maybe it's because there's so many kids that need, you know, parents or whatever. We didn't decide to go that route, but that doesn't mean that's not the route that you might take. So what I would say is get in your word, ask God, ask the Holy Spirit to lead, guide, and direct you as to what you needed to do. At the time, we had so many nieces and nephews and everything like that, that we almost were like, wow, we don't have time for our own kids, but we did. But you know, but in that, we had that opportunity to sow into other kids and to share our love with other kids through godchildren, through pets, through everything, you know, and not comparing those things. But I'm just saying our love was able to be poured out in different ways, not just with our own biological kids. And so there's always other ways, and God always has a plan, and His plan is the plan.
God is never out of options. I
Never.
love that. God is never out of options.
Ever.
And He
So
created more options for you all to pour your love into. And what I also see in here is that you all got an extra dose of love from each other.
Yes.
You guys have this intentional love, this intentional embrace of each other that came from the sacrifice of not having children, but the reward was there's more pouring into one another.
There you go. You
The
took the words out
way,
of my mouth.
yes, the way that
Yeah.
John looks at Tracy, the way that Tracy responds to John, you can see y'all are loved people.
Y'all have each other's back, and y'all cover each other.
Yes.
Love covers, my bad, baby. Love covers. Love covers.
Yes.
And y'all cover each other with your words. I mean, people are gonna need, I hope y'all are taking notes, people.
Yes, please, because this is like,
I hope y'all taking notes.
we just met this couple. So
Period.
we didn't know what to expect, but we just felt a strong pulling, like we need to bring these two people onto the broadcast. And you guys could not be a better couple for our audience. And many people in our audience are, older 30s, older 40s, have not met their spouse yet or are dating now and aren't planning to have kids or not sure if they want to have kids. They may be past that child rearing age, physically or mentally. They just like, I'm tapped out. And so to have you on here, it's speaking so loudly, but so lovingly to a large demographic of people who are wanting to get married, but don't know what marriage looks like without children. And y'all just painted, y'all made the blueprint.
And in this day and age, some people are not, right?
Yes.
And y'all are telling them, pour into each other.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
to God.
Pour into God, and God's going to pour into y'all to pour into each other.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, because God is sovereign.
Yes.
He is.
So if we're made in his image, we should be pouring into each other.
Yes.
Exactly.
And you pour into each other because God is pouring into you.
Mhm.
And you didn't let that stop you
That's right.
or cause your eyes to get off God or the prize or the wither. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are pouring into each other. If you guys are taking notes in the chat, I'd like you guys to put a pin. Put a pin in the chat.
Put a
this time.
pin.
Put a pin
in
or
chat.
a notepad or something.
Yes, because I cannot wait to go back and rewatch this. This is
Yeah.
there's on America's Got Talent, they got like the golden buzzer.
Oh yeah.
Like this is one of those episodes that's like this is an automatic replay. Like I have to go
This is a
back
sermon.
and watch this all over
If
again.
this was a sermon, what would you call this? Before we go to question 4.
I have no. You got to give me time. I got to think about it.
All right, so what all of us will say.
Yes.
John, what would you call this? What would you call this sermon?
All things are better now.
Okay. Tracy.
I would call it Never Stop Loving.
Stop. I'm gonna call it God's plan. God's plan. What would you call it?
I think I would call it Love Never Fails.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Love Never Fails. Oh, this is amazing, y'all. I'm outdone already, but I have one more question.
Okay.
And we kind of were leading toward that. But what is one word you want this new generation to take from your legacy? One word that they can take from your story, your love, your choices, your sacrifices, how God painted your masterpiece of your life. What's one word that they can take from it and apply it to their own?
Trust.
Mm-hmm. Intentional. Everything we do, you should be intentional with each other. Intentional in your communication, intentional in your romance, intentional in your date night, intentional in your finances, intentional in your love for each other and the things that you do, and intentional in your travel, intentional in everything you do. Be intentional for each other.
And then, John, embark a little bit more on trust. Why did you say trust, and why does this younger generation need to know about that?
Because trust is so vital. People can say they trust you, but it doesn't matter how I see her or how she sees me. No matter what, you got to have that within your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I got to trust this person. I got to
Mm-hmm.
lay down. I would lay down my life for this woman.
Mm-hmm.
I would, no matter what, regardless of what somebody comes back and try to tell me about this woman. It's not about what they say; it's what I know. So I trust what I know, regardless of what somebody tells me. I trust that she loves God and she knows that if God saw her do something out of order, she would be convicted about it. So I don't worry about what somebody says or come back and try to say because I trust her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being intentional.
Yeah.
Trust and being intentional, guys.
Yeah. And I would also
Listen.
say one other thing is
Yeah.
don't quit. Don't go into a marriage with the intention to quit. This is not a quitting situation.
Right.
This
Say
is
it again.
a baseball game. This is not, you don't quit on marriage, because what I feel like, if you quit on marriage, you quit on God.
That's
and we
right.
don't quit.
That's true.
Quit on marriage, you quit on God.
This is just so powerful. It's just so loving and sweet. The spirit in this podcast studio is just so sweet, and I'm floored. I mean, we did this interview in record time, but it felt like everything was expelled and expressed and authentic. And we're grateful. We're grateful to the Colemans. Listen,
How can they find you?
Yes, tell us more of how people can reach you, because you guys are a resource for marriage ministries.
Well, here comes the age part. We don't do social media. We're not on social media, and it was just one of those things. We haven't tried to avoid it.
Right.
We just didn't feel like there was anything, because getting into the marriage ministry or whatever is fairly new for us as far as the committees and all that stuff, and going to the actual conferences and stuff like that. And so I would say, if someone has a question for us, if they could ask you all and you could tell us. Because I don't know, because that's just one of those things. And again, that may be what has kept us being able to be, committed in our marriages, that we haven't allowed the outside distractions of social media to infiltrate us as well. And there's nothing wrong with social media. I'm not, saying that there's anything wrong with it, but there is a distraction there as well.
Yeah, it can definitely be a distraction in those social media streets.
Now I'm going to say something, because this is just amazing. I'm just floored. There was a very famous pastor who said, sometimes you need a friend who's off the grid.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that voice of reason from people who know God, who are not in your grid, who are not in your circle, who are not in your mix. And so I'm going to challenge the All Things Well community. If you have a question for the Colemans, please send it in to me and Daryl, and we will send it to them, and we will read the answers live.
Put your question in the chat now.
Yep. Put your question in the chat.
And we will get this to the Colemans for you.
And let them respond in a loving way. You all are a wealth of resource
and
to us. And we are so grateful for you coming on the All Things Well. I mean, I am just so grateful.
What a way to end your Thursday night with wisdom.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Say that one more time.
We love marriages. We love God. We love God's people. Yes. And so we haven't been perfect at this. We didn't start out here. So if anyone has any questions or anything, we are more than happy to share our experience and what we know, which is we have sought God and we have been intentional.
Amen.
Thank y'all.
It's giving part 2.
Yes.
It's giving part 2, where people write in and we answer and ask and answer these questions live. It's giving a part 2. I'm just saying.
Y'all, everybody, keep the questions coming. Fam.
Yes, please do.
And we will get to the comments for you. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Tracy. God bless you all. Good night.
Family.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
Oh my gosh, were they not amazing?
We were being coached.
I'm telling you.
But listen, y'all, what I need you to do is, I need you to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Love Jones TV EE. Yes. Subscribe right now. And then if this video podcast, if the comments blessed you, share it.
Share it, because so many people need to hear that God is not out of options. Listen, that's my takeaway from the Colemans. God is not out of options for your marriage, and what you came into the marriage thinking you were going to do, God has a grander plan. He can maximize the love. He can have more love in store for you than you could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
So stop trying to put God in a box and allow God to give you the options that were made distinctly for you.
And if you quit on marriage, you quit on God.
Listen, the Colemans are the truth.
We love y'all, but listen.
I'm done.
Listen, share this.
Yeah.
And if you want your love story told, all you got to do is put your information in the chat.
That's right.
We will reach out to y'all.
Yes.
We love y'all.
We love you all.
And we'll showcase your love story.
See you next Thursday.
Peace.
This is who we are. You know it. It's your time to blow it. Yeah. Stay devoted. how we show it. Some way, somehow. Yeah, we gon' work it out. Please, put your hands up right now. Hey, it's time to show out. I can do all things. And with my mouth I call things. Having answers on all rings. Crown full of thorns, still called king. I can't walk it through the pouring rain. Chasing purpose, I call fame. When you